Hello, DP Crazy Lady here. It is Wednesday. It is the 31st of July. It is 10:49 a.m. and it's about 78 degrees, I think. Excuse me. Sinuses. The weather we have had really. Well, they say it's supposed to rain every day this week, off and on. And yesterday it got so dark, and then it just came down like buckets, and then it quit. And then it got so humid, you could not breathe out there. I mean, it was like swimming through water. It was awful. So I haven't been able to mow my grass. I did finish my carpet. Well, I've got one little square area to finish, but I've got it all cleaned up the best I can, and it doesn't look too bad. It could be worse, for as old as it is, but at least it's clean and smells good and the whole bit. So at least that got done. But my grass hasn't been mowed, and I still haven't been able to get out to the shed. I'm not going to run through the rain, and I'm not going to try to swim through the humidity, the thickness of it. I have 4 or 5 of fall gnomes that I wanted, had to pick through, and I had my daughter pick one that I'll be starting this week sometime, probably. Well, as soon as I finish the one underneath here, which I'll show you. This is the gnomes that she picked. It's I Love Fall. It is a 30 by 40. There are 30 colors. And it's a round. And I've already did a kit up on it. So it's ready to go as soon as I'm done with the one I'm working on now. Also, the one I had gotten from New Craft Day with the squirrel family, I want to get started on it too sometime between now and the weekend. New Craft Day would probably like to see it, and it's really cute. Even though it's a winter scene, we needed to cool off around here anyway, so I'll probably start working on it toward the weekend. Plus, I still have my Spangler that I need to get back to. I have never been one to do more than one project at a time, and it's getting a little daunting, but I don't mind it. It breaks the monotony. If I get bored or really tired of one particular thing, I can at least switch over, which I hate doing, but at least I'm accomplishing some of them and getting them done. So this is the gonk. This is an Amazon purchase, so here it is. I think it's really cute. It'll be for September, but I'm working on it now. Okay, here is the one I was working on, the kitty on the stack of books. If we could see it all here. And I did add Angel's name to the top book. And I'm working on the kitty part right now. And using my ruler. Now, yes, the ruler sometimes doesn't always, it'll match going across, but sometimes it'll block a little bit of the letters as you go up, but they're still visible enough. You know where they're at. You just keep on marking them, and it all comes out, even at the top, so it doesn't matter. At least it hasn't in the last 2 or 3 of them that I've used the ruler with. So I figured I'd do maybe a little bit here, work on it, and talk to you for a few minutes. Not a whole lot to talk about because nothing's really been going on. So, my mother came by yesterday. She swung by real quick because she was heading over to my brother's to take him a bunch of groceries that she had cleaning out her cupboards too, and I cleaned out mine. And so since she was coming by here, I told her, well, can you take over what I have here, because there's nobody here anymore that I can give any groceries to. I don't know anybody else here, and the office used to stay open during the day like it's supposed to do, but it doesn't anymore. And we used to be able to take boxes of canned goods and so on up there, set them in the office, and anybody that came by or came in could just pick through, whatever was there. Well, since the manager is too dang on lazy to spend time up at the office, I have nowhere to give it to. And I used to take it over to her mobile home, but I'm not doing it anymore. That's not my job. She's supposed to be up there at the office. She don't want to be at the office. Well, it's too bad. I thought about, sticking a box out front of my mobile home and putting free canned good, free whatever, but I'm so afraid that, number one, if it storms and rains, everything's going to get wet. Also, I'm not saying this is a bad neighborhood, but you have kids in the neighborhood, and plus there's a lot of cats and running around and everything. I don't need them getting into, whatever I set out there. So, my mom came by, and she brought some corn on the cob, which I told her when she mentioned she had it. I said, well, we really can't eat a whole lot of it because it's too much carbs, starch, and sugar. So she brought us 4 ears, and we haven't had corn on the cob for the last couple years. Just not having really a lot of corn to begin with. And oh my gosh, we had it yesterday. I made my own chicken tenders, battered with my pork breadcrumbs, and had the corn on the cob, and that was the best corn on the cob I've had in a long time. It was sweet, it was tender, and it was the white and yellow corn on the cob, and it was so good. So we had that yesterday. She wasn't here very long. She stopped by long enough to drop that off, grab a few things that I had for my brother, and then she left. She said, yeah, she would probably go grocery shopping next week, but she said all she needs is things like yogurt, milk, butter, because I try to make sure they get enough yogurt for the whole month. My stepdad eats a lot of it. Sometimes he'll eat 2 and 3 in a day. He likes the yogurt. So I try to make sure that she gets the containers, for the month. And she needs to get some more olive oil. I always buy the great big, huge container of Giarusa olive oil. And it usually lasts about 4 months. I use it every day, just about on everything. And so does my mom. So, she said she'll go. Well, meet me up at Aldi's. And my brother, they finally, after, well, let's say 8 months, almost a year of them filling out his application for retirement, his money from the military, and then kicking it back, and then him, because they filled it out wrong, or oh, they needed something different, or it needed to go to a different department, and blah, 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 that military thing, hurry up and wait, Finally, after, doing that for like 4 to 6 different times, back and forth, they finally said, yep, okay, now it's approved. So now he has to wait when they get around to sending him his money, because they owe him like 15 or 18 months back pay for being over in Afghanistan and Iraq. And and then plus whatever his retirement rank and stuff is. But they owe him that, and they told him, they said it could be 2 weeks to 2 months or whatever it is. So anytime between now and October is when he'll get it. He can't wait to get it, because with the back pay and stuff, he figures he should be able to get himself a halfway decent car, because he's been without a car for the last year and a half. As the one I gave him, he basically destroyed it, but oh well, I figure, hey, it was given to you in decent shape, and whatever you did to it when you got it there, that's on you. So hopefully whatever he gets, he'll take better care of. That's the only problem he has. He's hard on vehicles. I don't know what his issue is. So I'm glad he's going to at least be able to get, some kind of income, because that's what he's been waiting for. Because he wants to stop working. The job that he's at, he only works 2 days a week, but it's hard on his knees, so oh well. So like I said, I'm working on this, trying to get it done. Hopefully I should have it done either by this evening or first thing tomorrow morning. And then when I'm finished with it, like I said, I'll start on the gnomes, and then I'll start a kit up with the squirrels. So it's ready to go. Nothing else much. I wanted to get out to the shed to get my depression wear, and I'm going to try between now and this weekend. I'm going to see. Tomorrow I got to pay bills and figure out my budget, such as it is. And hoping I have a few dollars, left over, so, make it through to the end of the month. But everything has went up so much, and gas, oh my gosh, $4.50 a gallon for me, because it's premium, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, like I said, thank goodness my car only has an 8-gallon tank. I can't afford to really fill it up anymore. But it gets expensive. It gets really expensive real quick. So, and it's feeling muggy again, but it's kind of gray outside right now, and the wind is not too bad. But I'm waiting to see if it's going to storm again, because it looks like it's headed this way. They said there was some kind of tornadoes. Was it in Illinois? It covered that area, plus it headed toward Ohio, but I didn't see anything. So by the time I heard about it, it had already come and gone, I guess. So we didn't get any sirens or anything like that, so I guess everything was okay. It's like weather changes so doggone quick. You don't know what it's going to be like until you stick your head out the door. Oh, and yes, Liam turned 2 on the 29th, and nothing's changed, of course. And no, he didn't have a birthday party, because I figured he's got enough treats, he's got enough toys, and he'd never know the difference. He'd never know the difference at all. But he's been keeping me awake at night. The other night, I was up until 3 in the morning trying to get him to settle down. He didn't want to be in his puppy bed. He didn't want to sleep with me. He didn't want to lay on the back of the couch. He just wanted to run around and be an idiot. And it was like, I think his terrible twos started real quick, because he's just being as ornery as all get out. And during the day, usually, it's like he's a night person too, or something, or a night critter, because during the day, he's in the other room now, laying on the back of the sofa, and unless somebody comes by, or an animal is, a cat wanders around outside or something, you usually don't hear a word out of him. And then as soon as the evening starts, off he goes. As soon as it gets like a little dim outside, where nighttime, the dusk, it's like he becomes a totally different animal. So I don't know what his deal is. So I don't know. Years and years of more of this, and he could possibly outlive me, and I don't know what to do with his butt. So, well, I haven't heard anything else in the news about the drive-in, so don't know what else is, going to be happening there, but I suspect there could be some stuff going on as the weekend approaches. Like I said, selling liquor at a drive-in, just not a good combination. I mean, you expect it from bars and, stuff like that traditionally sell liquor, but not a drive-in. I'm sorry, it just doesn't mesh with me. So, what is everybody else doing? I mean, I haven't heard much from anybody, and I don't know if everybody's like out on vacation. That's usually around the time everybody, they hit their vacation time, and now school's going to be starting up this month of August sometime, and everything's going to, like, I don't know if you call it back to normal or back to, summer has been awful, the weather and the temperatures, and, no telling. This winter, I hope we don't get a big freeze like we did last year. Oh, God. Being without water for 4 or 5 days was hell, and worrying if you, blew the pipes, and it just, who knows what the heck the weather's going to be like. But I just hope everybody is doing good. I hadn't spoken to you in a couple days, but just not doing anything in particular. But like I said, scrubbing my carpet. I've got to wash and wax my hardwood floors because I have hardwood floor wax that I got to put down. I use my Shark with that, so that's got to be done. I got to figure out how to keep the pup out of there. I mean, I can put the little gate across there as I wash it and then wax it, but then all I'll hear is whining for an hour or so while the thing is drying. So, I know this isn't a very long video, and I babbled about pretty much nothing, but I wanted to at least come on and let you know I'm here. I haven't forgotten about anybody, diamond painting, like I said, I added her name to it. My daughter will probably she'll either hang this in her room or I can hang it in the hallway like I want. It was fun painting it. It's pretty simple, and it wasn't hard putting in the name, and it's a cute little kitty. I'm waiting to see if GBFKE has shipped the PR package. They had contacted me again around the 11th of July. And usually sometimes it takes them a while to either pack it up or get back with me with the tracking. So I contacted them last night, and depending on the exchange in hours, and things, I should be hearing from them in the next day or two. Sometimes by the time I hear from them, the package is already had been shipped, and I'll be getting it in the next day or two. So we'll wait to see what that is. So hopefully I'll hear from them soon. So, nothing else. I am looking for a specific craftably kit. I was hoping to maybe find one in a D-stash, but not sure, if I'm going to be able to find it. It was I think it's at the Fortune Teller. I think it's a fox or whatever it is, but it's the great big one. It's something Fortune Teller. I'm looking for that, and I'm so hoping I could find it in a D-stash, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I don't think too many people bought it and then decided not to paint it, So, well, I'm going to get off here. I need to check this color. Because, see, that's what I said about sometimes the wire part covers over a little, and you have to check, to make sure everything is the color it should be. But like I said, I don't mind it. It doesn't really interfere. So, like I said, I hope you all are doing good and enjoying your weather. Everybody's healthy. And it's 11:11 right now. That's supposed to be what? Good luck, angels, something, whatever it is. I just happened to look up, and it's 11:11. So that's a good one. maybe things will be looking up. If you're superstitious and believe that, you know, good. So, well, I'm going to get off here and get back to the rest of this and finish the kitty. And, you know, let me know what you all are painting on, or if you are, or something, you know, so we can at least have a little conversation. So, hugs to you all. Thanks for the comments on the last videos. Sorry for the break in between, but here I am. So, hugs to you all. Love you. DP Crazy Lady is out again.